Tell me that again.
Okie dokie. Ready? Put that on here.
15, 1, 2, 3.
Good.
Now what do I say?
Yep. He's a very loving little boy. He's very charismatic. He's very charming. There you go, you got a little mic on. Here we go, she was slapping on the back of your pants.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Come over, where are you going? Come here.
I want to go on the bed.
No. He wants to do all the steps to Dad today.
Oh my God, he's so funny. This is what I'm talking about, he just does his own thing. He's very funny, imaginative, entertaining, definitely entertaining. Yeah, I think he could be a cult leader one day.
Dad, can you get my icebox out?
Okay, Oskar, hi.
Hi.
How old are you?
5.
If they ask me about his condition or something, I do say that he's got dwarfism, and most people don't even realise that there is that issue.
I need to get on the chair.
Because he's so young, and I think they're used to seeing adults as dwarves.
Now I'm going down the seat.
A child is a real rarity.
And when do you use the stool?
When I need to go to the toilet and get up here and look through the windows.
He got most of his smarts from his mum, so that's okay. You know, he got his book smarts from his mum, street smarts from his dad. Both of them work well together. He's never shy, and he gets out there and he talks to people.
Okay, period.
You know, which is good. It helps other people engage with him as well. And it's one of those things that he's going to need. He's literally running the show now.
He's also adventurous and, you know, keen on getting out into the world.
Do I need real toothpaste on?
He is a strange combination of factors.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That was good.
Now the toilet.
Oh, we don't need to see the toilet.
Well,
Do you want to tell
No,
me?
you tell the story.
We actually met when I was very young.
Thanks a lot.
and Days was also quite young. We always got along well. Damon was in London for
13, 14 years. Yeah.
And then when he got back, he got in touch.
From about the mid-30s on, I definitely wanted some children before it was too late. So it was, you know, fortuitous that we ran into each other and we both had the same inclination at the time.
When I got pregnant, it was a nice surprise.
For both of us.
Yeah. So it was.
Because the indication from Miriam was that it probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that was what I thought it would be unlikely.
And she had a miscarriage, unfortunately, which was very sad.
Yeah.
But then fell pregnant again.
Achondroplasia apparently doesn't usually show up on scans until, or you know, indications of it until later on in the pregnancy because it is a growth issue. My midwife had ordered an extra scan, and that's when they picked it up. That his arm and leg bone measurements were
Not growing
shorter.
at the same rate as the rest
than
of
they should be.
Yeah.
We didn't get the diagnosis. It was a couple of weeks later, I think, and by which point I was about 35 weeks pregnant. When they actually said achondroplasia, my mind was quite blank. I found it difficult to absorb anything.
Well, because we didn't quite know what it meant.
And once I sort of got over the initial shock, and you know, as a journalist, I research things anyway. Sort of, I find that a way of relieving stress. So I did make a concerted effort to find out as much as I could.
My job was to make sure that she felt comfortable and made it, you know, just to go forward and see what happened and not to panic at this point. And that seemed to work. You know?
Well, Damon was quite pragmatic, which I think is probably the best way to approach
these situations.
Yeah.
She was good, you know, once we'd seen him, you know, I was going to love him no matter what, and so was Miriam. It wasn't as bad or as scary as we'd been told. So it was just, we were just stoked and excited and, you know, happy.
Achondroplasia is the most common form of dwarfism. There's many, many different types. Within achondroplasia itself, there's a bit of a spectrum. The defining characteristics are a slightly bigger head and shorter limbs in proportion to the body.
Yeah, mate. Now, do you want to click on the turtle?
There might be a perception that the impact of it is mental maybe sometimes, which is not the case. There are no intellectual issues at all. There's perceptions that it's far more limiting than it is.
You want to try and put your foot off the ground? Okay. Let's try some kicking now, eh? Ready? I'll hold you. Like that? Yeah? Okay. You want to put the noodle around you properly? Yeah, because it's got on one side. Here, let me put the noodle right there. It's all right, you're okay. Look, there you go. Right. There can be lots of issues. The ones that stood out to me were, there's lung problems, neck problems, heart problems, different sporadic growth issues that can affect them. Here we go. Hang on. Get on the turtle. When he was a tiny little baby, I'd hold him on an X-ray bench, cold metal bench, and hold his hands out and hold his feet out so they could X-ray every part of him and just check that everything was there's nothing fusing or there wasn't going to be any issues that they might look at later. I mean, at the time we were told, he might not even have the ability to move his limbs and stuff like that, I know that they give you the hardest line, but it was all still pretty scary. I've got a lot more faith in the universe than that, so I just trusted what would happen. Strangely, because he was a happy, healthy child, there was never really, it wasn't any concerns. We had to go through all the motions of the tests and things like that, which is understandable and good, and it's a great thing that we have here in New Zealand. We can have, all that stuff for free, and, and they're keeping an eye on him, but he never ever seemed to me like there was a problem with him.
Do you want to go for a walk with Mum and we come too?
Yeah. Now.
He always seemed like he was fine and just another child of his age.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, obviously smaller, but other than that, he was just the same as any other kid, and he hit most of his marks at the same time.
Look how excited Omar is.
Some of them not so much because, there are issues that come with the limbs lengths and stuff like that. We do find sometimes people stare at him and things like that. Try not to worry about that too much. I just hope he doesn't get impacted by it.
It is. Sometimes you need close-ups, Oskar.
I mean, I spot it because, I'm looking for it, obviously, because, that's a father's fears and things like that. But I'm not, walking around looking for trouble with people or anything like that. I just want to make sure that he's not ridiculed in any way.
Usually he does touch it, but yes.
And he hasn't had that yet. Well, I want him to be an astronaut, but I think he'll probably end up being a unicorn. Well, that's his latest one. Or a hairdresser. I don't know. Well, my hopes for him is that he doesn't feel bullied and he has a good life.
If you couldn't reach this, what would you do?
Oh, let's use a broom.
As with Oskar, most people with achondroplasia are born to people like Damon and I who are average-sized height. In our case, it's just a random gene mutation. But if Oskar has a child, then obviously the chance of them having achondroplasia is higher.
Can someone pass me the broom?
Oskar just turned 5 in December, so he started school recently. Hey. Should we move Daddy's table and you maybe get some things out and show what we'd like to? Do you want to do the dress-ups, Oskar?
Oh, yeah. Bye.
He has been hitting his milestones well. When the first diagnosis first came in, they said that he might not, particularly with physical milestones, but he has.
Okay, what is this called?
Yeah, I don't know. From a very early age, he has been very keen to get out and try everything he can about the world and explore.
And another one.
Here we go. You want to put it on me? Or should I put it on? Oh, thank you. Oh, look at that. I think it fits.
I am glad we live in a cul-de-sac because I could see it ending a bit more worryingly for me. His dad had a tendency to escape and go on little adventures when he was young, and Oskar definitely inherited that.
What have I found here?
What have you found? Oh, no. Weeks to get give it to me here.
Ta-da! Here's one. Who wants it? But only if it's blonde hair. Oh, all you guys have black hair.
Well, Damon is very much, throw him out there and leave him to it. Whereas I guess I am more protective. I do get concerned, but at the same time, I'm sort of torn because I think that adventurous spirit is good for Oskar, and it will build resilience, which he'll need. And so far that's working. You know, he throws himself into things brilliantly, like his starting at school, which I was terrified about and nervous about, he flew through.
Since, school and that, he does realise that he's half the size of other children. I think he's definitely got some comprehension. We've tried to discuss it with him, but it's not something he alludes to very often.
Even if there's a book about money.
I think that's part of the confidence building thing, is that he thinks that there's no difference, and that's what we want.
So you need to wash your hands, Oskar?
He wants to be the same as everyone else. So I think he's okay in that department.
Did you hear us talking
Speaking of the devil...
You're going for the ice block, aren't you? All right. He's pretty good with finding solutions to most problems, quite innovative in that respect. Mainly it would be about reaching things, so door handles obviously can be a problem. Here you go.
Is there one?
Yeah. It kind of hasn't been too bad because he's quite happy to get people to ask people to do it for him.
What sort of things do you bake with Mum?
Cake, pavlova.
I hadn't made a pavlova before. Turns out it's harder than I thought.
We had to go to the supermarket to get a pavlova from there.
We had to buy one, didn't we?
Oh, Mum, the secrets are coming out.
Probably the biggest challenge would be clothes and getting dressed, which is more difficult from pulling up things. He likes baking because he gets to mix things. What does that mean?
Don't put those away.
Why?
Can I do the recipe?
Yep, you can. At the same time, he is quite happy to do anything that will make it easier. So there's several things going on there. You know, he can do it, but he just doesn't want to sometimes. Do you want to tip the flour into here? Good boy. Which I suppose is a typical 5-year-old thing. Yeah. So he can take advantage in that respect as well.
This is flour.
Yes. It's a bit messy, isn't it? Don't.
I put this in the flour.
You did. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
No.
Now what do?
That's right.
Can I mix too?
Yep, now you sift it. I want to teach him to question things and to be brave enough.
questions.
Yes, you do love questions, that's true. And to be brave enough to think independently and not listen to other people when they're trying to push him in a direction that may not be right for him. Yep, good. That's good. Now we're going to put some on Yeah. Oh, no, wait, Oscar. That's good. Okay. Right to the edge. Yep, that's good. You don't want to rub it all off. You want it to stay on. I hope that we teach him the confidence to do whatever he wants to do as he goes on in life.
Yeah. Nothing.
So far, that seems to be working.
Because the colander ball is on my head.
To be brave, to be resilient, to be kind.
To be brave. What does brave mean to you, Oskar?
If there's something scary,
No, don't take that off.
you have to be brave, not scared.
Oscar.
Oh.
All right, then. There we go. Yeah.
It's gonna be
So let's have a look. Stand on those 2 points there. Oops. I think that, yeah, but they're way too big for him. He's not going to be doing any jumps or anything today. We're just teaching him how to stand up on a board, really. Actually, it's not too much bigger, is it? It's just a bit high. Oh, we totally parent differently. Like I'm a lot more unforgiving and pushy towards him. Dungarees first. What's happened with your feet? Why have you curled them up like that? It's just making my life difficult. My job is to make sure he's levelled off a little bit because he can really take the mickey if he wants to. Here we go. This is the first time we're taking him to anywhere near snow, isn't it, son? Easing it on. This is a new experience for everybody involved, except for me. I've done it before, but is that working? Is that getting in there all right?
yes.
So that's on?
It's on.
Okay. Very good. Not easy, obviously, because he's half the size of a child's age anyway. So it's a little difficult finding things that fit him and starting him off at this early age. I mean, it could wait a few more years, but I think the sooner he learns and we battle through these situations, the better. It's not obvious these days. It's just his height. Other than that, he's definitely more confident than most of his peers. Okie dokie. No screaming needed. Whoa. Okay, you want me to take your hand? It is. That's how you do it. You wriggle yourself down. Now steering with your back foot. That's it. Now, do you like boards, or do you think you might like to try skiing? Boards is what Daddy does.
Yeah, board.
Yeah, boards. He's actually doing quite well because the bindings are actually not fitting the boots properly. They've not got a lot of control. If anyone who snowboards knows that unless you're bound into them properly, your control goes all over the place. Hey. That's okay. If that's the other thing, if you need to stop suddenly, you can always just sit on your bum. Okay?
Okay.
It's all right. Doing it okay just with balance, I think. Right. Let's get you over here.
You get out of my way so you don't get
Okay, I'll get out of your way.
No, I didn't mean you to catch.
Oh, really? You're ready to just go where?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go then. I'm not going to catch you. You can find out all by yourself. I am surprised, but that's my boy as well. Leaning forward. Yeah. It's good to see him take to it so quickly. He definitely likes it. It's a straight run with no falls. Amazing. And what do you think, Oskar? Did you think you did well?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yes.
I think he did pretty well. You know, he's looking, he looks like he had a lot of fun and he wanted to do more, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're going to go up the mountain with Daddy next? Are we going snowboarding up top of a big mountain next? Yeah?
No.
Totally surprised. I mean, yeah, like the first time I snowboarded, I didn't do as well as he did. I spent a lot of time punching the mountain and cursing it. But he just took to it like a duck to water and enjoyed the hell out of it. He was having a great time, weren't you, mate? Wriggles? Great film footage there. Stop. Very proud, stoked. He's going to be a baller. Now we just got to teach his mum how to do it. When we got him to the school, he ran into the school. He was the most unafraid child I've ever seen of a school. He ran straight in. He didn't want to leave at the end of the day. So after that, after his first day, my fears were allayed. I was happy.
He's a very social child. He has always had a lot of friends at preschool and school, and he definitely is motivated by making as many friends as he can, which is great. And they've all been awesome to date. Hopefully that will continue as well. Girls particularly like him. But I think there is a perception that, you know, he's like a bit of a doll in some senses, because, yeah, older girls have a tendency to try and pick him up and carry him around, and that is something that reasonably annoys him quite a lot.
As he gets older, the things become more and more obvious with his size difference and things like that. He can't keep up with the other kids in certain sports or playing like jungle gyms, stuff like that. But he doesn't shy away from giving anything a go. He's got a lot of bravery in him, which is sometimes a bit of a problem, you know, because he would go jumping off things that he's obviously not built for.
We got something from the fair. All right, guys, how was your holiday? Good. Okay, so we're gonna start with the game. We're gonna play tag, okay? So my tag is gonna be the ones who's gonna show me the best chicken impression. Can you? Yes, can you show me? So these chickens gonna run around, and you need to run around as well. They're gonna try to tag you.
I've seen them at preschool when somebody's sort of like normal day-to-day play with any other kids. You know, sometimes you're gonna get a kid who's a little bit more bully, but I've seen Oskar stand up to kids twice his size, and he's never been afraid of anybody.
All right, go two, run.
And he's pretty strong, strangely enough. Compressed little muscles or something. He's very tough. As a parent, you're always wondering, you know. I think it's a lot better these days than it was when I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, if you look slightly different, you got ridiculed no matter what, and they didn't let up on you.
Come on, can you show me the handstand, the bunny handstand?
These days, I think it's a lot better, and he seems to be socially accepted.
Nice. With your legs together.
He's definitely got his own group of following. We're more worried about, as he gets older, how he has to deal with things without his parents there and things like that.
Yeah, people's perceptions. That would be my biggest fear, the way the broader public might treat Oskar in the future.
And big shot. Good.
Our goal is to ensure that he maintains the strength to deal with people looking at him a bit differently sometimes.
You gonna try by yourself?
But I do think the world is a better place than it was even 10 years ago.
Good boy, roll. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna tag you.
Yeah, a little bit better. He does teach me, he teaches me how to be a parent, how to parent well, you know, because that's something I'd never had to do before. Did you cut yourself? Oh, you just gave me an electric shock. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
That was from bouncing on there. Did you just cut that? Why'd you cut it on? Oh! He makes me want to be a better parent. He makes me want to be a stronger man. Stop giving me electric shocks, mate. And, you know, to look after him and protect him. You all right? Those are the things I get from him because I've had to completely change my thought process of who's more important. I'll let go, yeah? See if you can do it by yourself, yeah? Okay. And, you know, at the end of the day, he's more important. So, okay.
Whoa.
Now what are you going to do?
I can't see it.
Okay, let me hold you. There you go. It's all about his confidence levels and how he deals with other people and, you know, being able to rise up to any situation.
To understand and appreciate difference and diversity and
Yeah.
not have any sort of preconceptions himself.
Really dear and... Oh, that will be an easier one.
do it.
Oh, look at him now.
Because I think people learn from him as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everything she said.
Oskar is everything. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but he is a blessing. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yes, he's the light of my life.
He is.
He really is. He's something makes me want to wake up in the mornings and go to work so I can pay for his life.
Okay.
There's no regrets at all. He's, no, I wouldn't swap him for anything. He's an absolute diamond. He brings nothing but joy and happiness to me most of the time. Sometimes he's a kid, so sometimes he's annoying. But the rest of the time, you know, he brings joy to me. And now you're making me feel a little teary, so... I am feeling a little teary. I don't know why I'm feeling teary.
I'm very proud of him every day. Even when you're a cheeky monkey, eh? Yeah. I am. I think he takes on the world with an admirable energy and approach. I don't think he's scared of much, and that makes me very proud and hopeful for him. I think I learned from his approach to life, and I do think that he's taught me how to be more sensitive and compassionate, but also to be more relaxed.
To be a bit more carefree and excited about the world again. Because you lose that after a while. He teaches you, oh, you know, there's new and exciting things out there, and you see things through his eyes a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's infectious.
Yeah, it is infectious. Yeah.
And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.
Okay, cut.
Brilliant.
I said cut. Didn't you hear me?
Attitude was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.